What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video I'm going to be discussing the dilemma that we have all probably faced as indie game or app developers, and that is when to give up on a project or when to keep marching forward and keep tweaking it and updating it until you get the desired result. So I'm sure we've all faced this problem before. We get to a crossroads where we're not sure whether to give up on a project or keep on going and finish it. I just want to start off by saying that I'm a firm believer of finishing every project that you start. The only exception would be if you have bitten off more than you can chew and you didn't anticipate for a project to consume way more resources than you can afford. So if it's draining your wallet dry and you pretty much don't have a clue when you're going to be able to finish it, I would suggest putting it on hold. That's the only situation where I feel that you can put the project on hold. So now you finally released your game or your app onto the app stores, and you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like when you're absolutely sick and tired of that game or that app, of testing the same thing over and over again. You finally release it onto the app stores and you get your initial feedback and it's not great. So it's not what you hope for. You go through the process of screaming and depression and all that. We've all been there before. But then you take a look at the data, and this is where it's really important, okay, to know where you stand, whether you should continue with this project or whether you should just hang up the boots. So what I do is, if the initial data or the results are not as I expected, which is pretty much 80% of the time, I don't immediately write off that project, right? I will look at the data that I get, wait a couple weeks, right? Get enough data, and I will analyze it, because sometimes it's a small little fix that goes a long way. You know, if your game could be underperforming for a million reasons, and it's your job as the developer to actually go and find out what those reasons are. So it could be your game could have a high day 1 retention, but a really shitty day 7 or day 30 retention. This means that players are getting bored after a couple of days, so you'll need to come up with a different plan to keep them engaged. Maybe people aren't playing the first game, or 60% of people are dropping off before playing the first game. This could maybe indicate that your game is crashing on certain devices, which is really common. So it's your job to put on your Sherlock Holmes hat, find out what the problem is. That's why I always advocate never giving up on a project just yet. Keep tweaking. 3-4 updates, that's normal, you know, to fix all those problems, those bugs. And then after that, if the game's still underperforming, maybe there's just no market for it, maybe people just not interested, and then you can make a decision to move on. So I'll tell you why I always advocate that you should not give up on projects that easily, because a funny story, one of my top grossing games, it's generating almost $100,000 per year. In the beginning, I almost gave up on that game because it wasn't getting any traction, and I don't know why I decided to update it, but I kept on updating it, and now, like I said, it's one of my top grossing games. So don't give up too easily on your projects, because you just never know what fixes you can do which will bring a whole new set of results. So like I said before, sometimes it's something so small that you need to fix and you get an entirely different outcome of the game. So I mean, that's also the hard part, is to find those problems. But I mean, we are all problem solvers in some way, especially if you got into Apple game development. Your whole basis of a business is to solve people's problems, whether it be giving them entertainment through games or solving a problem through an app or something like that. So we tend to embrace those challenges, and that's just part of the game. if you want to have some sort of success, you need to be able to deal with these problems and deal with them pretty fast. So yeah, so like I said, just get that initial feedback, see where it's going wrong. If you've updated it 4 or 5 times and still nothing, yeah, then I would suggest putting it on hold, doing a bit more research on the market and giving them something that they do want. So that's just my 2 cents on the topic, because we've all gone through that. When we start a project, we're passionate about it, get everything, and then we just get so sick and tired of testing the same thing over and over, and it's like you can't even look at that screen. I'm so fucking tired of this shit. Fuck this shit. So yeah, always don't be enticed too much by new shiny ideas, because they're everywhere. Have some discipline also to finish off your projects and update them, because yeah, it could change your life at the end of the day. One small little tweak, one feature added, and you never know where it will go. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It's a short one today. Hope you guys are staying safe out there in these crazy times. And yeah, I will see you on the next one. If you did like that, please smash a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.